Yes.
Welcome to Beginners of Action, and we are reviewing the Avengers Infinity War wave.
Yes, we are. The Avengers Infinity War THANOS Build-A-Figure
And we're
wave.
also going to look at my little LPS.
I just got in the mail a few days ago from freshfigures.com.
Hey, I just got a bunch of LPS in the mail.
You're interrupting.
I just got...
Wait your turn.
What?
Wait your turn.
Okay.
I got these in the mail just a few days ago from freshfigures.com.
This is my YouTube channel.
You're interrupting again. If you want to help, you need to stop interrupting so much.
Okay.
I had pre-ordered the wave a while back, and I got them just a few days ago. Waited till the weekend to do the review because it's hard to do with school and work and everything else. Did you have something to add?
Yes. I just got like 24 LPS for $17 on eBay.
You want to tell everybody what the LPS are?
They're Littlest Pet. LPS stands for Littlest Pet Shop, and I'll show you the dogs.
Oh, can we talk about the figures first? That's why the people are. That's why the people are here. Can we wait till the end for Littlest Pet Shop? Huh?
I'm telling you.
Okay. Can we wait till the end?
No.
Well, this is about the figures. This is why people are even interested.
Either now or later, give this video 500 likes, please. 500. I mean 5,000.
I'm gonna really doubt that. Where do you want to start looking at the figures? I went ahead and took them out of their packages.
I want the pink fairy girl.
Songbird.
Yes.
All right.
I like her. She looks.
We'll take a look at.
It looks like she has.
Songbird, which I actually did get to stand up. Hang on, I actually got her to stand up on her own with this thing. Let's see. Hang on, I'm still trying to get her to stand up again.
Okay.
I had her standing up a while ago. There we go. Yeah, you can actually get this figure to stand up even with that giant thing on her back. It's just a little difficult. I did want to show them the box art real quick if they didn't see the picture on Twitter or Instagram. I can't really see the lovely box art. If they're watching on Instagram, they already turned their device sideways to be able to see the picture the right way. Did you have something?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could review the girls.
Sure.
Since there's only two.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this one goes.
Okay.
Okay. That's Songbird.
This is Songbird, and I noticed that she has stripes right here.
Mm-hmm. Can you feel them, or are they painted on?
They're painted on.
Okay, you can't feel them at the top of the leg either?
No, you can't.
Okay, all right.
Her wings...
Don't freeze.
Her wings don't feel the same as her body.
It's a different kind of plastic.
Yeah, it's a different kind of plastic.
Yeah.
And the wings are a little bit see-through.
Mm-hmm. They are. They're semi-translucent. Mm-hmm. And the thinner parts.
Mm-hmm. And then also, it looks like there's a design, but it doesn't go on the back, so you can only feel the design a little bit on the back, but you can feel more
Hasbro does that a lot. Sometimes they will only design one side of something and not both sides, or put paint on one side.
And then I also noticed a little bit of the paint like fading throughout there because
I think the plastic's thicker here.
I know.
What it is. It's not as translucent there as it is.
Look, it's like dark pink here and then it's light pink.
You're gonna knock Iron Man over.
There's light pink right there.
All right.
And then she also has like a heart right there and then a circle. So they're not the same shape.
Okay. Anything else?
It looks like she has armor.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Yeah. You know what this comes off?
Yeah,
Wow, that was so terrible.
Sorry, Instagram and
YouTube. Apologize. I thought Iron Man was going to get knocked over, but no, it was the cameras.
That was like a jump scare.
I'm going to show y'all that this comes off. It's got a peg on it.
And it has a goo-goo peg
and she has a place right here where you can plug it in. So It pegs right on there, and she will stand up with this. It's not uh, terribly heavy, but you may have to
They
work.
kind of look like dragon wings.
You may have to work with the figure a little bit to get her to stand up with that on. It does go underneath her hair to be able to plug in. The armor is pretty cool. It's not fixed, so it doesn't really restrict her movement. This piece at the top or this belt. So that's pretty cool.
I know which one you do next.
There was something else that I was going to say, and I forgot what it was.
While I was doing my review.
Yeah.
My spotlight.
Yeah.
Shining in the spotlight.
Assistant spotlight. Yeah, there was something else I was going to add about Songbird while you were talking, and now I don't remember what it was. It was something about...
White tiger.
No, it was something about... I don't remember. If I remember later, I'll be sure and
to tell y'all.
Mention it if we're still recording at that time. But just to show you real quick, if you can see, if you lift her hair up a little bit and you're able to plug that into the space there on the back so that her hair is kind of draped over the effect.
Wait, turn to the back again.
Hang on, I want to see if I can make her stand up again because it was very difficult to make her stand up the first time.
A fairy godmother.
And then she just fell. Oh, I remember what I was going to say. This figure was originally shown at a comic book convention, I think San Diego Comic-Con in like 2012. You can Google that. Unreleased Marvel Legends or Marvel Legends SDCC 2012. There was a prototype of this figure shown way back then that never made it out. There's some other prototypes that we never ever got. Like, you gonna say it again? 2 years old. Yeah.
2 years old. I was born in 2010.
Yeah, there. If you look up older Comic-Con pictures of Legends, you'll see several prototypes that we still to this day have not got. But we finally got this one, but she's a little different from the prototype that they showed back then. All right. Do you want to see how tall she is? Because I'm almost done looking at Songbird. Here's the ruler.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm doing good.
You reach over there?
Yeah.
Over there.
I wanted to tell them that they have to guess my birthday. It was in 2010.
Okay.
They have to guess which day and which month. It looks like she's about almost 6 inches.
Almost 6 inches tall.
But it was kind of hard to see that it was almost 6 inches because I was putting my hand.
And the effect is about 8 inches tall. All right, Songbird.
Let's do the next one.
Proxima Midnight?
I'll review her.
Proxima Midnight is pretty
know.
tall.
You already talked about, so I think I know most things. You can help.
That's how tall she is next to Cap and Spidey.
I'll review her.
All right, I'll try to make it to where she won't fall over.
I'm not really gonna put my hands on her too much.
Okay.
I know that she's one of the tallest girl action figures.
She's probably taller than Thundra and Valkyrie and She-Hulk. I'm not positive, just a hunch. She's looking pretty tall here.
And this is the first flippin' girl that has double jointed elbows. It's the first girl.
Fantastic. Yes, it is the first female Marvel Legends that I know of that has double jointed elbows.
I also noticed, but it's kind of hard to see. She has some red marks right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know that she works for THANOS.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also noticed that this is kind of a greenish gold color. Greenish gold. So the armor is like greenish gold. And then you can't really see it on camera, but she has like design.
There's a lot of sculpt going on there. There's a lot of sculpted lines on this figure throughout the costume. they're not painted.
Her ears are so tiny.
She has like these horns that are
No, I
type
meant
thing.
those.
I know she has the horn type thing that's coming off of her face like a
moose human.
like horns, and then she's got ears back there too. Anything else?
I noticed that the armor is kind of switching around. So it's right there and right there, but not right there.
Mm-hmm.
But that part's there, but there's not a golden boot then right there. It's just right there.
Right.
So the armor is switching around.
There's armor on one leg, one arm, and shoulder, and then this arm has armor piece there on the forearm. There's also some armor there. It goes around her back.
And then I also noticed that she's kind of like old star cartoons, and she's black and white on her body.
She does wear black and white. She's a movie figure, not a comic book figure.
Yeah, I know.
So this is the.
I told them that it's like the two old cartoon colors, the black and white cartoons, like the old Mickey Mouse classic cartoons.
This is her weapon, molded in a very similar color, if not the same, to the plastic armor that she has. However, these tips are a little bent from the package. Yeah, I will be fixing that later.
Tell them how you fixed it.
Hot water, sometimes a hairdryer, and sometimes. Get them hot. Put them straight, and then put them in some cold water.
Yeah, and you can also bend it a little bit.
A little bit,
yeah,
but
because it comes
with
bendable.
that much. Oh yeah. After you heat it up, bend it, put it back in shape, and then cool it off quickly, so that you can try and get it to keep that shape. If you're trying to put something back into its original shape, it's easy. If you're trying to shape plastic in a different way that it was molded, it may not stay. You want to see how tall she is?
Sure. Pass me my baby.
I want to show them the double jointed elbows too. Let me get this behind her.
She's about 7.5 inches.
She is almost 7.5 inches tall. She's very, very tall.
She's like one of the tallest girls.
Let's check out this double jointed elbow
that I speak of.
Range of motion.
The double.
Look at that. That's awesome. Let's see if the armored one will go as far. Almost as far, but it's got armor. It's got armor. So,
yeah, so it's a little bit harder.
Double jointed lady elbows.
The first girl, but like Spider-Man can do it. Show them that Spider-Man can do it. It's not.
That's a rant that I have, is that they can make male double jointed elbows this small.
They usually do.
But they won't make girl double jointed elbows.
They usually make boy Marvel Legends have double joint elbows.
Almost always.
Which is kind of not fair for the girl. So if you're a girl and you're collecting girl Marvel Legends like me, it wouldn't be very fair. Only some are.
It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Because you're like, how come the boys get it? We don't.
Who's next?
I'm going to go ahead and say the one that we already reviewed last week.
Can we show the artwork for the Proxima Midnight box real quick?
No.
But we showed the Songbird one. We didn't show this.
Okay. So. We're only going. How about we do this? We only show the girl box art.
No. Excuse me.
We're doing something different this week with Zen and Doodle Doo talking and reviewing
talking a lot.
And talking about Littlest Pet Shops because she collects them and she's 7 years old and her friends call her a baby because she collects them and they think they're baby toys.
Let's not make it too easy. We're gonna look at the King Cobra box real quick. It says Serpent Society on the front, not King Cobra, but Marvel Legends does that sometimes. Sometimes they don't put the name of the...
King Cobra.
Sometimes they don't put the name of the character on the box.
We used it last week.
There's the box art there. on the side.
We reviewed it last week.
And then what I recently found out are paintings on the back, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It's actual art. Stop interrupting. It's actual art done by somebody. I recently started following Jerry J. Wilson on Instagram. He does some of the artwork that's on the back of the box. So I don't think it's a Photoshop of the figure. I think it's a painting of the figure.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Jerry J. Wilson for the awesome box art. All
Very
right.
good drawing.
We have King Cobra from the Serpent Society here, and he has
Can I tell them a detail?
a very Green Goblin-esque
Can I tell them
sculpt.
a detail real quick? He is very greeny, pingy.
Really?
Yeah.
So King Cobra here has these awesome gauntlets that have a almost, I know they're going to be hard to see, an almost scale-like, line going over them. The boots have a really, really cool green paint over them, as well as the black, and the green's just in a couple of spots here.
And now I'm going to take over the YouTube channel and I'm going to own it.
You are not. His cape is a stiff plastic. He has that scale design going down both sides. Texture on the inside.
And texture on the outside.
His head has a hood that is attached. It's not glued. It is glued on there. It's not removable.
I'm talking weird.
A little too weird for my liking. If you could take a hint on that.
Okay.
Maybe settle down just a little bit.
I just noticed something.
Well, you're going to have to tell us in a second. I've got a hard time making the cape stay on and plug into his back at the same time, like it was made to do. Then it rides a little high here on top, and leave him on the shelf a little while, that still pops out. At least mine does. He's got a belt here that's not removable, but movable. And he's got the Cobra design there on his chest. King Cobra from the Serpent Society would very nicely complement your Cottonmouth and Eel and Constrictor and Madam Hydra figures, if you still have those. I'm sure probably won't be too long before we get some more Serpent Society. I'm waiting for them, as well as Overdrive to complete the Superior Foes Spider-Man.
I noticed that these would be a perfect match, boyfriend and girlfriend, because they're both green.
You like that green?
Yeah.
Loki might have something to say about that. I think they had a thing, him and the Enchantress.
I know, but now she gave up on him and she likes him. And now she's going to dance on his head.
Now we're going to see how tall the King Cobra is.
I'm dancing on his head.
Fantastic.
Fantastic that she was dancing on his head.
Yes. This is for you. All right, King Cobra is going to stand
6.5 inches.
just about, just over 6 inches tall. So all of these figures came with a Build-A-Figure part, but I took them all out and I built the figure, and we're gonna look at him in just a minute. So we only have 4 figures left. Who's next?
Okay. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
We have the new Infinity War Spider-Man figure, the Iron Spider. The texture on this sculpt is amazing. There are sculpted lines everywhere on every part of this figure. The knees, the elbows even have little lines of very, very tiny, very detailed sculpt in them. He's got He's got all the articulation that the other recent Spider-Man figures had, with the butterfly joint, as well as everything else. And the paint job on this guy is just amazing. Spectacular. It's a metallic blue, dark blue. And he's got the gold and the red, and the gold really, really pops out on this this figure. He's pretty great looking. So I'm very, very impressed with this one. I like this a lot.
I have a girlfriend for him.
Is it Gwen Stacy or Mary Jane Watson?
No.
Oh, it's the return of Toy Biz. Quickly. You're going to end up knocking Iron Man over. I'm going to knock over the cameras. Yeah, nice. Can we get a look at how tall or short the spider? No. I'm going to have to stop her right there. She's not. Can we get a look at how tall or short rather the Spider-Man figure is?
Yeah. And I just hurt my stuff on the stool.
Be careful.
And I broke my pinky.
5.5, maybe?
5.5.
5.5 inches tall on the Iron Spider. And this is a really great looking figure. Very, very striking in person. Pictures may not do it justice. They may not get all the details, but when you see it in person, you'll definitely see the difference. This guy has a lot of little, tiny details. Very, very well done.
My pinky's bruising on my bone.
Butterfly joint will go about that far forward and about that far back. So that's pretty good. And the rest of the joints are the regular Spider-Man size style joints. So, all right, we've got Iron Man, Captain America, Taskmaster, and the Iron Spider box art on the side, and then the back. Really, really great looking figure. All right, Taskmaster is up next. And Taskmaster, this is the updated Toy Biz Taskmaster. Are you looking for Taskmaster? Oh. The updated Taskmaster Classic, which a lot of people, I guess, were curious about after we got the more modern Ultimate Taskmaster slash Udon from the Red Skull Build-A-Figure wave. This is much more like that classic Toy Biz from the Legendary Riders that they did. He's got the sword and the shield and a pistol done up in gold. He's got an extra strap here over on the leg. He's done up on a Bucky cap mold. The cape is removable, but doesn't look great without it. And
this would be his girlfriend.
You could put the shield on his back, but it doesn't quite look right. And the do they have articulation here?
You said articulation?
Yeah, I'm not.
It sounded like you lost all your teeth when you said the first time, like articulation.
Do you want me to start making fun of you?
Sure.
Well, I'm not going to do that right now. The top of the glove does swivel, but I'm not sure. No, but I'm not sure if it comes off or.
Dad, they want to take a selfie.
If it's another
swivel. Take a selfie. She took a picture.
All right.
Their boyfriend and girlfriend, because they're both.
All right. He's got the same sword that came with Dread Knight, Baron Zemo, and it's probably going to come with Black Knight. I'll have to look at the pictures again. But it's a sword that we've been seeing from Hasbro for a while now, but this one matches his color scheme perfectly with the shield, the belt buckle, and the cape. So looks pretty fantastic. We're not doing Spider-Man. Doing Thanos. 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 Oh, okay. The head sculpt. You're interrupting. Hey, you're interrupting. We can cut this short.
I'm just like singing for background noise.
Okay, a little quieter maybe? Just a little bit. Turn it down. The head sculpt on this guy is pretty good for classic Taskmaster. I don't know if I like it as much as the Ultimate version with the skull. I think that the chrome skull I think looked a lot more menacing maybe than this does. I don't know. I'm too busy talking about action figures. But I do really like this new old Taskmaster, or rather the classic Taskmaster. So I think he's pretty awesome.
They said we can't see the head.
You can't see the head?
See, look. They said they couldn't see the head. See,
I don't have time to read those comments, but
I can read
for
them.
everybody who couldn't see the head,
No, you don't.
I don't know if the camera's even gonna focus.
Focus.
There is the head.
He says hello.
All right.
That's what he said. Look.
Yeah, I see it now, but I don't have time to do both.
He said,
So if y'all can see the head now, maybe.
on YouTube, comment I like fish.
Okay, enough. You want to help me get a look at how tall this Taskmaster is?
Doodle. I think 6 inches.
He is about 6 inches tall. And did we look at the box art? I don't think that we did. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that. We're not ready for that.
I'll review them at the end.
I'll let you do one.
Okay, I'll pick one out
This
here.
is the Taskmaster box art from the side. And the back. Good looking Taskmaster, good looking figure.
I picked my own chest.
Alright, is it Cap or Iron Man?
Which one was?
Bless you. Cap or Iron Man?
Which one does Spider-Man like more?
He was Team Iron Man in Civil War.
Okay.
So it's Iron Man?
Yeah.
Alright.
And they also rhyme Spider-Man.
Oh, we have a
Iron
vote for
Man.
Captain America. We got 2 votes for Cap.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's Cap.
Okay,
Alright.
Cap.
Not a big
Let
fan.
me say, guys.
Not a big fan of this head sculpt. I don't think that it looks like the actor. I don't think that it looks like the actor in the promos. I mean, maybe a little bit from the
He
side.
said yes.
But when you see it from the front,
He said yes.
all right, it does not really look like Chris Evans with a beard to me.
Please
It just doesn't.
subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Shh. Maybe up front. Maybe Stop. Settle down. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, yeah, well,
We've got a few more to try to get through. Just there's no pausing. I don't think that I'm a big fan of this head sculpt. It doesn't look like some of their other recent digital head sculpts, and it turns out they're kind of hit or miss on that. Some of them really look like the actors, and some of them really don't. I've got another one here we're gonna get to in a minute. The Tom Holland head sculpt from the 2-pack, the Homecoming 2-pack, did not look like Tom Holland either.
Please
But
say
yeah,
fish on YouTube.
this Chris Evans, I don't think looks like Chris Evans.
Hey, whoever.
Hey, stop interrupting. Not funny. We're not going to be able to continue to do these if this is the kind of behavior I'm going to see in the future, okay? I don't want this to be our last video. Okay?
Okay.
Just try and settle down a little bit. We're almost done. I know you're excited. Just settle down.
I want donuts.
You did it again.
Oh.
Yeah. This Captain America figure came with 2 fists, and he's got 2 open hands. One of them holds the shield. One of them has a glove. This one doesn't have a glove. I'll show y'all what the shield looks like, because everybody's going to want to know what the shield looks like underneath in the package. So in the package, you can see the shield like this. But on the other side of the shield is a handle. Just a handle and a place for his hand to stop. So, although they didn't really paint or add a lot of, they did add the tiniest bit of a detail there. It's not real detailed. And the shield is very soft. It's a hard rubber. It's not like the shields that they normally do, the round cap shields. Yeah, this one's
different.
Very flexible.
Just look at those eyes. Did they even try?
Captain America is again, yeah, they did, but some their digital head sculpts either work or they don't. I don't think this one works. Cap is wearing again what looks like the same Captain America uniform he's been wearing for several movie action figures now, but it's a darker color. So, no, absolutely not. It has nothing to do with this, and I'm not a fan of him or what he represents or his sport or anything. So
John Cena?
Don't do that. No John Cena here. No no wrestling, no bad acting, none of that. Here's a look of a picture of Chris Evans on the side of the box that doesn't really look like the figure to me. And here's a picture on the back of what was probably a prototype that did actually.
John Cena.
No, it did look a little like Chris Evans, but the figure doesn't.
John Cena?
You need to stop. I don't want to hear that again during the review, or after, or ever again. So it's time to do. It's time for Iron Man, and Iron Man here has some hands similar to the Iron Man. And no, stop interrupting.
He said, I agree the figure doesn't look like John Cena on YouTube.
Look. This could be our last video.
Oh.
The hands on this figure, the open hands, are not on a swivel. They're not on the, they're fixed. The same thing as the Black Panther wave. Was it the Invincible Iron Man? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was Invincible.
Was it Invincible Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, these aren't pegged. I mean, they've got a peg, but you can't move them. They're not jointed. No, it's in my hand.
Oh.
They're not jointed.
It's a hand inside a hand.
No, it's not.
That's
These fists are jointed. I thought they were. Are they not jointed either? They look like they're jointed. Yes. The fists are jointed, but these are not. Like the Black Panther wave one.
Can I go shout out to someone?
Someone else besides John Cena?
Yeah. It's my friend.
Very well.
I don't want to say her name, but her daddy let
Oh, I know who. I know who. Yeah.
And I also want to thank them for letting me on a trip with a campsite for 2.5 days. And it was super fun. There's a bouncy house and a park and a pool there. So much fun.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. These blast effects that he comes with should, if it's like the other Iron Mans, should fit in the boots as well. Although I don't know from the trailers if they showed anything like that. But they do fit in the peg holes at the bottom of the feet as well. The costume, or the suit, the latest Mark, seems to have evolved quite a bit. Again, from the last MCU Iron Man suit. This one looks a lot more organic. Yeah, it looks a lot more organic
He looks like Toy
this time
Fizz.
with the lines.
He looks like Toy Fizz.
So, and he's got all the kind of articulation that Iron Man usually has, minus the waist swivel, because he doesn't usually have a waist swivel. So, it looks kind of odd with his hands like that if he's not actually have his blast effects on there.
Now it's time
Whoa. Just one last thing. I'm going to show him this.
box art.
The beautiful box art there of Iron Man. But the picture of the figure there, or painting of the figure there on the back. And the reason that Iron Man probably does not build Iron Man suits for his Avenger friends is I think Tony may be a bit of a control freak.
He is.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't want anybody else to have that stuff that he has.
Mm-hmm. Except for, what's his name again? Someone stole his suit. Or, oh no.
Somebody has. I guess he shared with Rhodey.
He did.
The War Machine. Built him a suit. All right.
Which was the black?
Would you like to do the introduction?
Which was the blue and white?
The introduction?
Give me drum roll. The big guy, the one that we talked about, Thanos.
Thanos is here?
Yes.
I knew he was going to get knocked over. It's the effects. All right, you know what? Him and Spider-Man, since he's a Team Iron Man, they're going to have to share.
They're friends.
All right, and now it's time.
It looks like he's blasting him.
Now it's time to take a look at the Build-A-Figure.
Thanos.
The big guy.
The big guy. Wait.
So.
Did he eat the jewels in one of the movies?
No, he's been looking for them for several movies now. The Gauntlet.
They finally found all of them.
He hasn't yet. We're waiting for the movie to come out so we can see what happens. The Gauntlet is very well sculpted, but may have dropped the ball on the paint. So
Red Skull's looking for a blue ball, and he's looking for.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
One of these.
He found his source of power.
One of these Infinity Stones was, in fact.
My Infinity Stone.
I don't know. Was it the Tesseract or was it the
green one?
The Mind Stone that was in
the green one's mine. I'll steal the green.
The yellow one may have been the one that was in the scepter that Loki had when he came to get the Tesseract. I don't know, but this figure with the digital head sculpt, I don't really think that it looks like
Loki turned into a frog and went.
We're talking about this now.
Can I just tell them something?
No, you can wait. You can wait. No. You've interrupted me way too many times today. Way too many times. So the Chris Evans sculpt doesn't look like Chris Evans. Well, this one doesn't really look like the Josh Brolin Thanos that we've seen in trailers. I mean, I guess that it kind of does, but not really. Let's get a closer look at this head sculpt. It looks less friendly in person than it did in the pictures that I saw online. Because I saw a lot of pictures of this guy before I got it. And the head looked a little too friendly to me. It does look less friendly in person, but it still doesn't really look like
Scary Terry.
It still doesn't really look like him in the previews.
His name's Terry and he's scary.
Maybe it'll grow on me. I'm starting to think I need to go get that Disney Store exclusive.
Please no Disney.
Marvel Select Thanos. No, it's the new Thanos.
No, THANOS Disney.
He's got pretty good articulation for Build-A-Figure. He's got double jointed knees.
Do not talk about Disney, only Hasbro.
Who do you think owns Hasbro? Marvel.
Disney, but we're talking about Hasbro here.
Yeah, but these are movies based on a Disney property. Figures based on a Disney movie.
I know, but they own the toys. Hasbro does, so we're talking about Hasbro.
Well,
that's exactly why I have
Disney doesn't own.
That's the only reason why I'm collecting LPS. It's because you have Marvel toys. I mean Hasbro toys, and I need a Hasbro toy.
You do.
And that's why I brought Littlest Pet Shop here.
Everybody needs Hasbro toys. The sculpt on the rest of the figure is pretty good. I have to say that I am a big fan of the sculpt.
And LPS.
Of the figure. Looks fantastic. I'm not sure about that head. It looks a little small, and it kind of looks like him from the trailers, but then it kind of doesn't. I don't know.
Now let's review my Littlest Pet Shop. Maybe
Yeah, wait. We didn't find out how big Thanos is. That's the last thing we have to do. And then you can talk all about Littlest Pet Shop.
Big in length or big and tall?
How tall is he?
About almost 8 inches.
About 7 3/4 inches tall. Here he is next to Proxima Midnight. Just to show you how big that they are. Well, he's a little bit taller than she is. She's still pretty big. She's very tall.
She's the tallest girl in the world.
Oh, no. She's pretty tall, though. All right. Well.
Can we switch seats so I can review my Littlest Pet
Oh,
Shop?
you serious?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been a look at the Thanos Build-A-Figure wave of Marvel Legends with its mix of comic and movie characters that I got a few days in the mail. A few days ago in the mail from freshfigures.com. We looked at all the figures. We looked at the Build-A-Figure and stuff. And now I'm going to hand it over to my assistant because she has a special request. She would like your attention for a minute or two to talk about Littlest Pet Shop.
Can we switch seats? Now you have to be my assistant.
This isn't going to take long.
No. Both can see it. They can.
If you put it about right here,
yeah,
everybody will be able to see it.
Oh.
It's okay. Go ahead, but make it quick.
So this is my Littlest Pet Shop that I got from eBay recently, which was on Monday. My mom ordered it, and I noticed that her ears were like kind of shiny, but
They look metallic.
Yeah, they look metallic. And then I noticed that she's a short hair cat. Unfortunately, these do not come off the stands because I ordered them with the stands there were 24 of them, and it said it was like $8, but it turned out to be like 18 or 17.
The shipping and handling was high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he said cats are adorable.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Be my ruler assistant. She is about 2 inches.
Fantastic.
And yeah. And that will end the review for today. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment below.
All right. Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Like she said, please like, comment, subscribe below.
I want 5,000 likes on this video.
Good luck. All right. Thanks for watching.
If we did it, congrats to our YouTube channel. We might make it to the play button.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right.
And we might get subscribers. Right now.
I like fish right now.
Yeah, just say it.